What is up everyone, Movie Way, back again with another review. This is going to be for the film Greyhound, and this is directed by Aaron Snyder, starring Tom Hanks and Stephen Graham. Now this was scheduled for a cinema release, but it just dropped on Apple TV this week, but you already probably know the ins and outs of that anyway, so let's just get on with the review. Now this tells the story of a US Navy captain who's trying to get his convoy across the Atlantic while German U-boats do everything in their power to sink them to the bottom of the ocean. Let's just start off with Tom Hanks. He of course stars in the movie, he writ the movie, and he damn near enough carries this movie, to be honest. I mean, he's usually the best thing about most movies is him, but here he is definitely the big positive standout by far. He's just such an incredible and professional actor, and this is actually the 5th time Tom Hanks has played a captain of some sort, so he just jumped into this role with pure ease. And the movie looks, well, exactly like you'd expect World War II to look at when it's a big battle at sea, really. I mean, it's captured really well. Everything looks great. The fierce waves crashing against the boats, you know, really gives off an uneasy environment, and you know straight away that nothing is going to be very easy for these characters. So it does a good job of, you know, setting the scene, really, and what this ship is up against. It's also quite a remarkable story, actually. This isn't a true story, but it's based on World War II and what these ships actually went through. So it makes you realise the true horrors of war, especially after watching the movie. You sit back and have to think about it, and Greyhound does a really good job of letting you know how uncomfortable this environment is for these characters. However, that is kind of all the positives I do have for Greyhound, I'm afraid, guys. I mean, it has too many flaws that stop me getting fully invested in this story and where these characters were going. I just sort of shrugged my shoulders a little bit at times because of a number of things. For a start, guys, this movie is very repetitive. It's just this ship going from scenario to scenario, and it just feels all too one-dimensional and very familiar throughout this film. And I got kind of bored of the action really quick. And I don't mind movies that have action all the way through, guys, to be honest. I mean, it's a different genre, but take, for example, The Hobbit, the Battle for the Five Armies. That movie is 90% pure action in one big epic battle. But I don't mind because it's got different setups, it's got different characters doing different things, and it always feels different. Here, it's just Tom Hanks issuing a command, winning a battle, and then moving on to the next command and trying to win that battle. It's just rinse and repeat all the way through, really. That's what it felt like to me. If you'd like me to compare it to a movie closer to home, guys, take for example Dunkirk. Now, I wasn't a massive fan of Dunkirk, I'm not gonna lie, even though I love Christopher Nolan. But that movie constantly feeds you tension. It always wants you to be on the edge of your seat, and so does Greyhound. But I was on the edge of my seat with Dunkirk. Here I wasn't, because Dunkirk, again, feels different. It's constantly got different dynamics going on, and it helps that it's got 3 different storylines in there as well. Greyhound, again, is just the same movie all the way through, I feel. I felt like the characters around Tom Hanks maybe could have improved this movie if they were explored a little bit more, but they're not. It just makes you not really care about these characters whatsoever, to be honest. And Stephen Graham is in here, like I said at the start of the video, but he's hardly used. I mean, Stephen Graham's a good actor. You know, you could have explored him a little bit more and used him to help out Tom Hanks to make this movie a bit more entertaining. There's also a character who dies in this movie, guys, at a certain point, and the movie tries to make a big emotional moment out of it, and I just didn't really care less, to be honest. That's not me being heartless, it's just that this character is in about 2 scenes for about 10 seconds each, so I just didn't feel that emotional impact it was trying to give me at all. One scene at the start of the movie too, guys, does actually do a good job of building up tension. I was actually thinking, oh, this is going to be a good movie. And then when it happened, I was just like, is that fucking it? Really? The movie also attempts to do a side story. Now, I don't mind that, but there's about 3 scenes in the whole film, and they're on for about a minute or less each. And basically, this storyline is meant to be a love interest, and all it did for me was explain how Tom Hanks got a pair of slippers. Literally. I'm not even joking. I'm just going to go ahead and rate this movie now, guys. I'm going to give Greyhound a 4.5 out of 10, I'm afraid. Yes, that's a pretty low score. I usually do try and find all the positives in the movies I watch, and the big positive here is Tom Hanks. But if it wasn't for Tom Hanks, I may have given this a lower score. It would have been very, very hard to watch. But make your own mind up, guys. You know, if you fancy a Tom Hanks war movie, maybe you should give it a go, and you will like it a lot more than I did. Okay, guys, at the end of these reviews, I always like to leave a little fun fact. Now, the fun fact for Greyhound is that this is actually the 4th time Tom Hanks has appeared in a movie set during World War II. Every time we say goodbye, A League of Their Own, Saving Private Ryan, and Greyhound. Okay, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this review. If you want to subscribe, it's up to yourself. I've got a lot more reviews coming, lots more videos. And if you want to comment about Greyhound, do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will reply to every single one of you, I promise. Take it all easy, guys. And I'll see you all next video.